Okay, guys, this is the end of week 4 on the home update. So the workers just left, and we'll go upstairs and see what the end of this week looks like. Well, the stairway banisters have been removed, and they are getting stained and having the metal rods put in instead of the wooden posts. So they'll be working on that. And the living room is all painted, including all the trim. And that window over there is where I sat in front of that window. And during the wintertime, I could feel cold air coming through there, and I couldn't sit there without a quilt over me. And Joe kept saying, "Why are you so cold?" And I said, "If you'd sit over here, you'd understand. There's cold air coming through here." So they were able to fix that. They had to seal around the bottom and around the edge, bottom edge over there. But anyway, you don't feel any air coming through now. And the ceilings are painted. Recessed lighting is in. Everything looking good. There's the post. They'll be taking those and staining them. They'll be doing a recessed light up here on this stairway too. Haven't done that yet. But yes, all the ceilings are done. Painted, looks good. All the kitchen cabinets have been removed this week in the island, and new cabinets are on order. Be a couple of weeks before they arrive. So they have painted in here and all the trim, it looks like. Everything looks really fresh. That's the glass door that goes on the shower up here on this level. So the bathroom's been painted, the bedroom's been painted, and they started on this bath. They've been sawing the fiberglass tub up. So that's what it looks like right now. So they're removing that wall piece to open it up and getting that alcove shower out to put a new one in with the surround and glass doors. So that's the update for this week. And I was able to put the stove and the dishwasher on Marketplace, not knowing if I'd get any interest, but I did. So there's the stove, and the hood is out there too, and the dishwasher. Someone's coming tomorrow morning to get all of those. And my refrigerator, my niece is coming to get it to use as a backup or extra refrigerator for her and her family. So all of that will be gone this weekend. Yay. Hey, I'm back in the kitchen today, and I decided to go ahead and make the cake part to the German chocolate cake that Grant is requesting that I make for them for Christmas. I made it Thanksgiving, and it's the first time he had it, and he loved it, and he wanted me to make it again. I told him that when my brothers and I were growing up, it was our favorite cake that my mother made every year during the holidays, and it just takes so long to make it. So I'm turning it into a 2-day process. So today I've made the cakes and I've got them out cooling, and tomorrow I'll do the icing. Let me show you the cakes. It's a 3-layer cake. So I've got them out and cooling, and I'm going to put it in this cake taker. So I got the first layer here, put this wax paper around it so that when I ice it, it doesn't make a mess on the plate. So then I can just pull this out once it's iced. But I will let those cool, and then I'll put them up individually for tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll make the icing. And I double the icing recipe. That's just our tradition, because the original recipe just makes enough icing to go around the, not around the sides, but between the layers and on top. And my dad would always tell Mom, be sure you double that icing because it's the best part. So I'll do that. So what have I been doing today? I've had to be making decisions, one after the other. So one thing, and I'd like to get y'all's comments on this. I'm replacing my kitchen appliances upstairs. I'm going to stainless appliances, and I'm updating the kitchen, and I got quotes on it, and one of the ladies that came to give me a design plan on the kitchen, she said, I've not seen a dishwasher like that in a while. So you know how old those appliances are. But anyway, I'm just skeptical about getting new appliances because I hear that so many people are having trouble with them. I know they just don't make them like they used to. And yeah, my appliances were old, but they worked. And Joe was always like, if it works, why replace them? So, but I'm wanting to get a new look and more updated look. So, excuse me. So I've gone to Lowe's, I've gone to Home Depot, I went to Millhorn Appliance in Kingsport, I've been to Premier Appliance in Boones Creek. So I originally had decided on Frigidaire. Well, the sale's gone off now. I didn't want to order them because I wasn't ready for them yet. But the sale has gone off, and I was looking at Whirlpool, but something must be going on with Whirlpool because I can't find the refrigerator that I want. It keeps saying notify me when it's in stock, and it's been forever, so I don't know what's going on there. And I just want a basic French door refrigerator with the freezer on the bottom. Somebody just pulled up the driveway. Well, that was a delivery truck, so I'll show you what I got here in just a few minutes. But anyway, back to the appliances. If you all have any recommendation on what brand of a kitchen appliances to get, I would appreciate it. I have tried to do research because I know so many people have problems with new appliances these days lasting, or they tear up so quickly, and you know, I know most of them are made overseas, but after checking with Premier Appliance in Boones Creek, they were recommending GE or Bosch, and said both of those have a good reputation, and GE has actually moved most of their manufacturing back to the United States. So I like to hear that. But then I went online and did a search on which brands are the most reliable. And AI says Frigidaire or Whirlpool. And then I look at reviews, and GE has bad reviews from customer reviews. So I'm just so confused. So I went back to Premier and asked them to give me a quote on Frigidaire and Whirlpool, which they did, but they said in their experience they have least problems with the GE than they do Frigidaire and Whirlpool. And Frigidaire and Whirlpool are all made in Mexico or somewhere overseas. So I'm leaning toward GE. So I'm getting a refrigerator, a slide-in range, and a dishwasher. And I'll get a microwave, but that's a different brand. So if you got any ideas or information that you want to share on your experience with appliances, I would certainly appreciate it. But I need to make a decision in the next couple of days and get those on order. So anyway, we'll have this German chocolate cake cooling. We'll be making the icing tomorrow. And let me show you what just arrived. And I was at his house the other day, and he made a cup for me, and it was really good, and I liked it. Now, I like mushrooms, but there's two different brands in here, or kinds in here. One of them is called Mood, and John Ray says when he drinks a cup of that at night, it helps him go right to sleep. Well, I need that, so I'm going to fix a cup tonight when I go to bed. So we'll see how it turns out, but stay tuned. And this is Christmas week. I hope y'all got all your shopping done. I'm just doing some baking. I'll be making a butterscotch delight to take to James and Ashley's on Christmas Day for our lunch. I'm making a fruit salad to take to a neighbor who invited me over for dinner later Christmas Day. And Saturday, I'm going to go have Christmas dinner with John Ray and his family. So he requested green beans from the garden and corn. And I told him I might make a blackberry cobbler because I've got blackberries in the freezer that I need to use. So I may make a blackberry cobbler for that too. Okay, I'm going to show you what's received. It's nice packaging. It says, your new daily ritual, 100% organic mushrooms from the earth to your cup, grown in the USA. Make it a ritual. Drink 2 cups daily. Consistency is the key. Embrace every day. Be your best self. Rise up. They were having a special for the holidays. So this is a creamer, superfood creamer. This is bright and smooth mushroom coffee. I think it's just different samples of different one in these little packages. Calm and caffeinated with our new dark roast coffee. I'm not a dark roast person. I like medium. Here's another mushroom coffee. Rich and robust. What was this other one? Bright and smooth. Okay. And a little coffee coaster that says Rise. A scoop. Oh, that's a pretty wooden little scoop. Coffee scoop. Rise tasting box. We'll see what's in that. I'll open it and see. This is superfood creamer. I think it's peppermint mocha. Ooh, I bet that'll be good in with the coffee. And here's another little spoon, I guess, to stir it up with. And there's a Rise magnet for the refrigerator. And for the caffeine skeptic, mushroom chicory. Have to look at that. And down here is actually the packages of the mushroom coffee I chose. This is the mushroom coffee called Bright and Smooth, and it's a medium roast. This is the one that John always says when he drinks a cup at night, it puts him right to sleep. It's Rise Mushroom Hot Cocoa. So I'm going to try this one tonight. And I think that's all. So let's see what's in this Rise tasting box. It's a latte collection. Mushroom coffee latte, caramel coffee latte. Another caramel coffee. This one is mocha coffee latte. Another mocha coffee. And vanilla coffee latte. I bet this one's vanilla too, yep. So 2 vanillas, 2 mochas, and 2 caramels. Okay, great. Thank you, Rise. So in the little brochure, it tells about the different kinds of mushroom coffee. And this is the one that says for better Z's. Mushroom hot cocoa. And it says, it's a dreamy drink designed to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up revitalized. So, yay. And on the back side is for the caffeine skeptic. It's rice chicory. So I don't think there's any caffeine in this mushroom coffee. It's, if I'm not mistaken, no caffeine. I've also been making sourdough cinnamon rolls. This was just made this was made yesterday. I took one out of that one. I was going to give it to someone, one of the workers, and they went off and forgot it. So it was here facing me, and I was tempted, but I did. This is another pan. I just baked that this morning, so I'll give that to the worker that forgot these Friday. That was Friday. And this is just another pan that was baked. So, been giving them away to neighbors and family, and they seem to really enjoy them. So for my supper tonight, I'm having a salad. I've gained 3 pounds since Thanksgiving, so I need to start eating better. But I normally put some beets and pickled eggs in with the salad, but tonight I thought I just want to eat the salad by itself, and I'll get a pickled egg out and eat it by itself for protein. Yum, yum. I've been cooking this German chocolate icing for probably about 40 minutes, and it's just now starting to get thick enough to add the coconut and the pecans. But the thing about this icing is you have to stay with it. You can't leave it. You have to stir it constantly. So it's a little tiring. Well, I got the pecans in, so now I'm going to put 2 7-ounce packages of Baker's coconut. Baker's sweetened coconut. Let me get the other one in and we'll stir it. Sorry about the lighting, but it's not the best down here in the downstairs kitchen. But I've got all the coconut in here, and I'm just stirring it up. Going to let it sit here and come to room temperature before I ice the cake. Well, the German chocolate cake is now made and iced. And whew, that was a job icing that thing. It kept wanting to roll off, but I finally did it. So I'll put it in the fridge and let it set up overnight, and Teddy can come get it tomorrow, and we should be able to transport it pretty good. So tomorrow I'll be making butterscotch delight for James and Ashley's Christmas that they're having for us, Christmas Day, and then I've got a fruit salad to make too. So stay tuned.